After resigning, the couple spent 1 million yuan to buy an abandoned building in the mountain area. After 2.5 years of renovation, not only does it have a large swimming pool and private garden, the interior is so luxurious that people just want to drive them out and live on their own. Da Fei discovered an abandoned mansion while spinning his bike. When I got home, I acted spoiled with my wife and mother-in-law and wanted to buy something. The next day at daybreak, he took down the abandoned building with $1 million in cash. So he took his wife inside and began the renovation plan. After a complete exploration by both of them, not only can a super tall tower be transformed into a 5-meter-high shower room, the living room is also quite spacious and can accommodate trucks. But currently, the wall panels have been damaged. Even the window can be hacked by the neighboring wall to steal light. So the most important thing before the renovation is, we need to demolish these old decorations first. After all, it is already rotted and must be thoroughly renovated. And the brothers heard that the Soft Rice King has won another piece of land. Decided to come to our new home and help with the demolition together. After listening to Big Fei's explanation, I immediately understood that this was a big job. The two brothers facing the door were subjected to violent demolition. The thin old wooden door couldn't withstand the impact of the two brothers' flesh bullets. And on the other side, the doors, windows, and insulation cotton on the home floor have also been removed, covering the entire room. We also need to call a truck to the mountaintop to transport the construction waste to the foot of the mountain. In order to achieve consistency in design style, even the old bricks on the ground were knocked down and renovated together. Through the efforts of the couple and the three brothers, the original abandoned building is now reduced to only the foundation and walls. But looking at this grand mansion of 500 to 600 square meters, the area is too large to start with. However, after being designed and instructed by Black Hat brother, Da Fei has finally come up with an idea for renovation. Not only should there be a 100 square meter living room and a Michelin-starred kitchen, even the garage needs to be able to park its 8 small cars. According to the design, the first step is to quickly demolish the postmodern exterior walls. These walls not only have a large area, even the appearance is very beautiful and retro, suitable for mountainous areas. But this does not conform to their overall architectural style. So, without any reservation, it was dismantled and directly discarded. With the assistance of electric drills, chainsaws, and large cranes, the progress of demolition is also very fast, and exposed many decayed wooden boards and soundproof insulation cotton. In order to use it for a longer period of time, they will all be dismantled without leaving any old objects. After a month of effort from both of them, finally the original abandoned building is left with only wooden frames and roofs. It can be seen that this is a very good embryo modification. The two of them can finally start the first step of the renovation plan. But as a result, it accumulated water after a heavy rain. This will make the wood soak in water and accelerate decay. Da Fei must knock out the old wall panels in order to install new high-quality wooden boards. But this may also damage the overall structure of the house. It is very likely that the house will collapse with a gentle tap. Then turn on the bulldozer and start cleaning up the site. Not only do we need to crush and flatten the large stones produced, but we also need to uproot some 10-year-old trees and let them flow out of the space. Fortunately, this hill is already full. Otherwise, I'm afraid he'll have to go in and eat an iron rice bowl. After an afternoon of earth moving and road compaction, there's finally a circular road around the abandoned mansion, and luxury homes with roads can transport building materials to the mountaintop. As soon as dawn broke, Da Fei began to operate. We also brought in the black-clothed design brother to provide advice and strategies. These wall panels are composite boards of sponge and wood. Not only does it provide shade and heat insulation, but can also be waterproof. Through precise measurement and planning by design brother, cut the composite wall panel into appropriate size. Next, simply stick the wall panels in sequence. However, in order to maintain stability, a row of nails need to be hammered into the frame. This time-consuming and laborious task will be done by finding a team with superpowers. Water release tape needs to be applied at the joints of the wall panels. It didn't take long to complete the wall panel installation for the house on the far right. Da Fei also saw some hope for a luxurious mansion. But in order to accelerate the process of renovation, while workers laid the wall panels, on the other side cement trucks began to pour the floor inside the house, pouring cement into the steel frame. Next, wait for drying to obtain a smooth road. But due to the strong wind on the mountaintop, some of the original roofs have been lifted off. We can only dismantle them together and lay wooden boards instead. Now the entire mansion has changed its abandoned appearance. The entire set of green wooden boards is waiting to be renovated properly. The most important thing for a villa is the entrance gate. Start cutting and polishing the square steel, and weld it internally to strengthen the structure. Then the 7 brothers work together to fix the door frame onto the frame. This can make the subsequent door frame installation firm and stylish. Da Fei started digging and shoveling soil in the open space. He decided to build an underground secret base here. as an amusement park for oneself and children. We can start planning the underground fortress, make the mountaintop villa more mysterious. The next step is to install glass on each window. A space of 500 to 600 square meters would cost me 2.5 years' salary just to buy glass. Even every window of Dafagi is custom-made. Next, simply place the wall panels in sequence according to their labels. Waterproof tape is not only needed to be applied at the edge caps, it also greatly enhances the lighting and grade of the entire interior. The most important sunroom also uses foldable glass sliding doors. The scenery of this big open door is confusing to whoever looks at it, and the entrance on the other side extends directly into a new roof. Increase the overall land area once again, but Big Faye thinks it's still too small. We went to the underground secret base outdoors to inspect. I didn't expect it to rain all night and be filled with dirty water directly. However, this can be directly filled with steel and cement, and fill the space with an iron box. This can save most of the cement. Then call the old buddy for a cement truck to irrigate. After waiting for a stable foundation to be formed, we can continue to build a new house on this ground. After all, the mountaintop belongs to oneself, so there's no need to worry about maintenance and construction. Dafaiga plans to build a new villa while renovating the old house. Ultimately, by connecting, the entire villa area is made larger. What a little cow. It's so impressive. After building the wooden frame on the first floor. And based on this, continue to build upwards. Double the area without sharing it yet. It can be seen that 40 living rooms and upper and lower corridors have been planned. The first floor serves as a garage where all of one's cars can be parked. Next, lay waterproof wall panels as before. The framework of a new house with 2 floors above ground and 1 underground floor has already been completed. Then, only 1 plank road is needed to connect the old and new. Achieve an astonishing space of 600 square meters for the entire villa. Next, we can proceed with exterior and interior decoration. Recently, a new garage was built next to 2 old houses. Then a truck of wooden boards was transported to make the exterior wall. As the 6th brother, Big Faye naturally operates a crane on the ground. Let workers be responsible for laying at high altitude. You can nail some parts of the ground yourself. Not long after, a wall panel was laid. At this moment, cement is also being poured on the balcony. To increase 1/3 of the balcony space, relay the foundation, add steel bars, and pour cement. However, this is also to lay the groundwork for the swimming pool and amusement park in future. Wait for the cement floor to dry before laying the roof frame above, in order to have a sheltered roof on rainy days. Then lay wooden boards on the roof. At the same time, it can also prevent some wind from the mountaintop dining. When entering the room, the first thing to do is to drain the fireplace duct and exhaust smoke through chimney on the roof. Next, we can use scaffolding to apply cement and paint to the entire house. This kind of work is somewhat dangerous and troublesome, but it's not difficult to fill the big flying grid of the mountain, watching the workers work slowly and meticulously. This little job should have been done from summer to winter. The roof is also covered in white snow. Work can only wait until it recovers before proceeding. Continue construction in spring and lay facility bricks on the periphery. Of course, I didn't see any difference between it and the demolition room, but the room was still very shocking after the paint dried. There's a retro and minimalist beauty. The great flying pigeon that has experienced the cold winter besides reinforce the whole house with insulating foam. This not only ensures a cool winter, but also a cool summer. And the super strong sound insulation prevents neighbors from hearing you secretly watching videos. This job only requires spraying cooling liquid. Subsequently, it will expand and fill the entire space with heat, and it hardens into a solid shape. But irregular foam still needs to be cut with a knife. Dafaiga is also having a great time doing it. I managed to finish a 600 square meter house alone, preparing to start the next step of painting the entire house. Recently, the interior of the villa was being painted. Today, Dafaiga will build a super large infinity swimming pool at his doorstep. The workers immediately laid the steel bars overnight when they heard that they were coming to work. Even the internal water pipe layout has been prepared. When it's daytime, use your superpowers to shake the concrete truck. Workers pour waterproof mortar concrete into the swimming pool. Spray some water on it to spread it out and level it out. At the same time, it is necessary to clean up some dust inside. And the most complex plumbing is also directly connected to the home. The water release speed is quite explosive. After the pool was formed, Big Faye couldn't wait to bring his children to experience the height. It can be foreseen that this is a playground that children love very much. Entering the room, wooden flooring is also being laid inside, except for some corridors that will use ceramic tiles. The windows inside the house also require additional processing with wooden strips, and some custom-made cabinets at home are also constantly being transported into the house. The black one is the children's bookshelf. White is the workbench of Big Brother Faye and his wife. The living room, kitchen, and changing room have also taken on some appearance. Try the new cement bathtub again. Placing it like this in a spacious bathroom is also quite luxurious. This is probably the life of wealthy people. Just walking around these rooms takes half an hour. Even the garage can accommodate 8 cars with 4 doors. I wonder if my family's room is as big as the garage. And the road outside the garage is a roundabout. In order to meet the requirements of racing grade roads, we also brought in a construction team to drive overnight, pouring cement while leveling the ground. By the time Big Fay got up, the ground had already dried up. The road surface is quite impressive, which makes Fay GA very satisfied. However, the backyard of the villa is too monotonous. I plan to install a spiral staircase in front of the swimming pool, and the construction team also refers to hitting wherever they want. Immediately install the swimming pool equipment and stairs. We can call our brothers and girlfriends here to have a party. Being able to experience a day at such a mountaintop villa. At this point, the interior decoration has also been completed. The ultra-high living room is a whopping 5 meters tall. Super large French window also bring full daylight. Even the open kitchen restaurant on the 2nd floor is Michelin rated. The master bedroom is spacious and can accommodate up to 6 bedrooms. Even the hallway is quite luxurious. Lastly, take a look at the mountaintop villa that has been renovated for 2.5 years. A family is playing trampoline and soccer outdoors. It seems that Big Brother Fay is also quite satisfied with this.